Hello, hello. Welcome, my friends. I made a discovery today. Remember the last few videos I've been doing these gel pens that are water soluble, and things are turning out very beautiful. Well, I just discovered I have a whole bucket full of metallic water-based. I can't believe it. I have a million colors. Not just a few, but I have lots of colors that are all just like that. And I tried them, and they work just like these. And these ones are metallic colored pens. And does it say? I will look it up in Amazon because that's the only place I end up getting things. And it looks like these are all the same. They all have the same cap. So we're going to work on those a little bit with pencils. And I don't know what this is a chalk. Wet. This one's wet too. This one is a chalk writer. So I don't know if I have more of those or not. So I think we need to investigate more of what we got, at least I do, of, which is, these weren't that expensive that I got, and I'm learning to use them, and they're really fun. So, and you can mix them with the pencils. So I thought we would do something I really enjoyed here. Let me turn on my big light. I don't know what else helps make this clear. But anyway, so I thought I wanted to do something in this book. So I've been trying to kind of go from book to book and not just stick in one book so much, but I've almost colored in every book on this channel now. So I did do one in this book, the little bird cage, and I thought it turned out really, really pretty. And this is just a mixture of Prisma and distressed ink in the background, and the pencils, and I'm doing the gold cage. But I thought the little birds turned out really, really cute. But that's not what we're doing today. So I want to work on this little mouse in this book, and I can see there's lots of potential for him to be beautiful. So I am going to start out by pulling some Prisma colors that will look mousy color, and we'll see how he turns out. So I'm just pulling the sand, goldenrod, burnt ochre, chestnut. There's some peach for his little nose, and the Sierra brown. So I don't know if I'm going to use all of those colors, but that's what I'm going to start with. So I'm going to do his little nose first with the peach, and I'm going to do the tops of his ears, Just color them in. And let's go right under his eyes here. That. And here's his little hand. And his other little hand. Like that. And his little feet. Hope you're all having a good day. Shaking off them blues. And just relaxing. So I'm going to color him in with a light color, this goldenrod I think we're going to start with. And I'm just going to make little pulling lines. And I'm not going to do it heavy, I just want to do it like here and there. Because we'll add, excuse me, other colors. Just making little strokes. Not even pushing hard, just giving him a little. I think we'll come out here with his cheeks a little bit. And then we'll just come in with the burnt ochre. Just gonna tip his ears. This is a nice soft brown. It always works well with everything. Blends well. Let me get a little sharper so I can get a better point. And then I'm going to start again. I'm just tapping and pulling, tapping and pulling. Just go the way of his hair, that they've got the lines already down. He could be gray, but I'm making him a little brown mouse. We can add a little gray if we wanted to. We don't want to go heavy, we just want to go light. And then I'm going to do the Sierra brown. And I'm not pressing heavy, I'm just, again, just pulling here and there. I'm not trying to make it like a solid line or anything, I'm just adding the color in. I'm just making little lines. until he miraculously becomes the color I want him to look like. And he's getting there. And the darker parts of his, like his ears, you can go a little heavier. And just pulling it the way his hair is going. See, he's getting there. He's getting there. Let's try one more color. And we're going to go with the chestnut. So this should be the darkest of the colors. And I'm going to press a little harder right here in his ears at the bottom point. And then I'm just going to pull that color through there. There's going to be a teeny bit of white. There's going to be a little bit of every color showing. Make it a little darker right here. Where his nose is kind of coming together, so it's almost like a little V. Darker right there. Just keep pulling and pushing. And now he looks like he's got fur. I'm just going to go around the edges of his eyes and darken it up like that. Now let's come back in with our lightest color. Which I think was the goldenrod. And I'm just going to come back and give it one last with the goldenrod. We don't want it to be solid. We want all those colors to kind of show through. Let's put a little bit on the ends of his hair and his ears. Just like that. So now we can come down and I don't think this is all. This is his sleeve. So I think right here is where his little arm ends. There's no fur there. His little tail. And then do his bottom part here. Just like that. Just like we did his head. And we don't want to go over this pretty little flower, which is going to be a lavender flower. Purples and lavenders and those little ones. All right, so let's the okra. I'm just going to give it a little tiny bit of highlight there. Between his fingers. To his tail. You can always put a little piece of tape or a sticky note, like just like that, so that you can get in there and not, see what I mean? That lets you get up as close as you want to be. All right, our Sierra Brown. I think that's what was next. Yeah. Okay, now we'll go back in with this chestnut. Remember, we're just hitting and missing. We're not trying to, you can darken up like right here. If you see a spot that's really white, then hit it. Other than that, just keep pulling it through. Little strokes, little strokes. Just like that. You see, I see a little white spot. I'm gonna hit it like that. Now I'm gonna come back in with the okra. I keep forgetting his arm. Darken his little elbow. And right here where his hand comes down. And give him a little. This color is just kind of blending it. And because it's lighter than the rest of the colors, it's not going to darken it anymore. It's just going to kind of pull it together. I'm going to have to erase that around that flower, but okay. Where's my brush? Let's see, where's my... Okay. Now, the flowers are going to be oranges and purples. And so I think I'm going to make his little jacket. Let's do some yellow colors. Let me pull some yellows. All right, what did I pull? I pulled the orange, Spanish orange, lemon yellow, canary yellow, jasmine, and this is a yellow chartreuse. And we have over here sand if we want it. So we've got all of our little mouths. So I'm going to put all my browns back away. And we're going to work on his little jacket. So I'm thinking we'll start out with the sand, which is a pretty yellow. I'm just going to cover all of his little shirt in this. And I think his umbrella is a leaf. Oh, I like this buttery yellow. Sand. But to me, it really looks more buttery yellow. I actually did something other than color yesterday. I sat down and took apart my Afghan that didn't turn out from a circle to a square. And I'm really not sure why, but I'm going to try it again. So at least I got that much done. It was quite a bit of taking apart. really like this color for his little jacket. I think we're going to just highlight it and let this be the color. Gotta get a little sip. I don't know why my mouth gets so dry when I start talking. It's probably a good thing. Make me drink more water. Thank you everyone who has commented on liking my style of coloring. I know I don't color like some of the other colorists. But I was a toll painter and an oil painter and a watercolor. That's before I started doing this. So I'm just kind of bringing that style into what I do. I've watched some of the portraits, people that are doing amazing portraits and stuff, to see how they're doing things. And I think everybody has their own style. And some people, you just absolutely love them. You think they're just amazing. And I have a few like that I just think their style is just absolutely amazing. I think my two favorite is Peta Hewitt and Zucchini Kitty Karen. That lady, oh my goodness, that woman knows how to color and put her colors together. But I just can't seem to pick up her style, even if I try. Maybe in a few months I could try again, but this is relaxing to me. And then I forgot to tell you what color this one is. A Spanish orange for his little dots. And then I'm going to use it to come right along the sides and give him a little bit of highlight on his little jacket. This is close enough to where it'll blend really nicely with this sand. And these are Prismacolors, if I didn't say that. Just kind of giving it a little highlights. Some depth. Shading makes all the difference in anything you do. It's just every media you do it a little differently. Oops, there's one right there. Okay, so let's see if this jasmine's gonna show up. I don't think it's going to, but I was just trying to go around these little dots a little bit. So that's not gonna work. Maybe let's try this chartreuse. Let's see if it will work. Not really. All right, let's find something different. Sunburst yellow. It shows up a little bit. Maybe we'll just leave that like that for now. Okay. I'm thinking if that is like a little, what do they call those ginkgo leaves? Let's my green pencils are so little, they're half the size of everything else in there. I'm just going to pull out a moss green, a chartreuse, and what is that? Pale sage, Kelly green, lime peel, that's my favorite, apple green, Kelly green. I think this is apple green with spring green. And this says slate gray, so that might be a good I was trying to find my jar. Pull out a white. Alright, so for his little stem, let's go with the Kelly green. And then, what if we use the slate gray? I want to see what, just down one side. Just like that. Okay, we got little bubbles up here. So let me find a blue. There it is. I'm going to go around it with this blue. Probably should have did white, but I already did it. So we got our Kelly green. Just going to kind of outline it. Like that. I don't know why outlining always helps me to see the whole picture. I'm going to go around the bottom of this one, because this is turned back. And the same with this one. And this one. And then I'm going to come in with this pale sage and kind of blend it together and let it have that little highlight, just like that. So get the lightest part first, and then come back over the top of the darker, and just let it have its way. I think that's a little puddle of water right there. I'm just gonna make it blue. Okay, and so now I just want to come in with a light hand and start pulling some color down very lightly. Just till we get to that little puddle. Okay. I'm going to take my sage green and I'm going to go over the top of that. Real lightly. Like that. And then I'm going to come back in with my green again. My Kelly green. Yep. And I'm going to darken this right here. Let let it come around the edge and darken it right here. Just kind of come around the edge. And then just come back in here with that light sage green. And let it have its highlight. Just barely. But it has it. Just like that. Okay, let's do the same here. I want it dark right in this little corner of this leaf. I'm going to just go back and forth over it, both sides. And I want it dark right on this line too, but not down in my bubble. And we'll go around our bubble here. And I'm just going to go little circles and go lightly, 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 lightly. The lighter you want, move your hand way back. Especially if you're heavy-handed, if you don't know how to go light. Move it back. Whoops, I went out of the line. Whoops. I'm going to come right in the center here, and I'm going to put my sage green light right in the center. And as I'm going around and around, it's just picking up all of that Kelly green and kind of blending it together. They're blending very nicely, and this spot's a little harder to blend, so I'm going to press a little bit more. Okay. And that one I did better than the other ones. This one didn't end up with much of a highlight. Sometimes I think you can press hard enough that you just remove what was underneath it. A little more. Just like that. Let's erase that so I don't forget it. Okay. Now this time it's such a small area. I'm going to really give it a good whack of the light color. And I'm going to try to really darken it on the opposite side. And it's hard to remember that's a bubble, don't go into it. So I'm going to come back up here. And I'm going to try to make that real heavy. Back and forth until it's real thick on my paper. Okay. I'm just going to come in with my light sage, and I'm going to just blend it, just like that. So now, this is going to be fun too, coming up this little tiny pathway. So I'm going to come in and fill the whole thing in with this green. And then on this side, we could start blending it a little more. Try not to go all the way to the center on either one of them. So here we're just gonna kind of come with this little bend in the umbrella or the leaf, like that. I'm going to come back in with my green, and I'm going to just let it blend itself together, just like that. So I'm going to work on this line, trying to soften it. I don't want it to disappear. Because that dark line will make it look like it's bended. Okay, we're going to leave it like that. So this one is going to be fun too. It's actually too little. I'm going to fill the whole thing in. Make some little circles. And right there, it's going to be hard to just got to kind of do the best you can around little tiny spots. Just like that. Okay. So now, I think we're going to leave our bubbles till the end. When I see one, I'm just going to color them in. Not heavy, just lightly with this light powder blue. Is that what that is? Cloud blue. They're cute, huh? Then we'll work on them later by putting a shadow underneath them. And a white. Sorry, you didn't see all the little, they're just little bubbles I've been coloring in. Okay. So let's start, maybe we should start at the top. I was hoping I'd have an orange in one of these, but I really don't. But I do have kind of a brown in my gel sticks. And then I could go over it. So we could try these on this flower here. And then we could come over it with some orange. Where's my brush? Oops. And I put me just a little tiny tin of water here so that you can see that I'm using the least amount of water I possibly can. And I'm going to just pull this back. And I don't know about this color. Let's see. I think this is darker. think that's pretty. And then we can come in with the orange and put more orange into it. These don't have colors written on them, so you just got to kind of look at the I got out of the line here. Let's see if we can lift that out of there. You can. Okay, so that's good. I just kept putting clean water and they're such fat little pencils. I just wanted to play with them now that I've got them for a little while and different things. Didn't know I had some. All right, that's all right. I was buying things to do different projects on different YouTube projects, and then I guess I didn't know what I was buying. Which sometimes that's kind of nice, huh? Whoops, sorry. Let's do that one. This one here. So let's see. I think we did this color towards the ends. And then if we come in with some pencil, we'll brighten them up real good. It's like a little clump. They're not very bright, that's the only thing, but I want to see what we can do with them with the pencils. I did the flower base yesterday, and that turned out absolutely gorgeous. I thought it was so pretty. Okay, we got one more over here. I wonder if we should do these little, I think they're, whoops, little buds. Well, worry about that later. Okay, let's see, this is the dark, so it goes on the top. We're having a little heat wave here, 70 some degrees today. Well, at least you can get down in the corner of the book. I haven't really bent this one backwards. I usually take it from the center of the book and bend it in half all the way back. And that helps break that spine to the rest of the pages. I do like these on the flowers especially. I think that's the leaf, or not the leaf, but the stem coming into the flower. Just like that. I hope we have a long, cool spring. We've had such a hard, long winter. It would be so nice if we just kind of... Well, that cleans up real nice. Just takes it right off. Let's see what it does over here. Yep, there you go. It's gone. Okay. All right, well, I think those are pretty, but we are going to come in and put some pencil on them. I just can't believe I have a whole can of these things, and I didn't know. I thought, what am I ever going to do with these things? I thought they were just wax pencils of some kind. I did not know. Okay, we're going to leave those. Let's pull some purples. I want some real pretty lavenders. Let me look in my book. Here we go. These are probably exactly the ones I want. Okay. For our little flowers. I love these books. But I also really like my jars. Okay, what did we pull? We pulled grade, lavender, lilac, and Parma violet. And this is Parma violet too. So I have 2 of them. Okay. Let's try these. Let me give them a sharpened. That pencil sharpener needs to be emptied. Okay, so we have all 3 of these, and we're going to start with our little bells up here. I'm going to start with them. Parma. I can't see that number anymore. Yeah, it's 1008 and 956 and 9710. So I'm just gonna work a little bit on these. I'm gonna come in with another color. Come back with the darker color and darken it up at the bottom. I'm probably doing it backwards, but I don't know. If the little pod is lighter at the bottom or darker. I don't have anything to go by anymore, so I don't know. I can look in a book. Is that one there too? Yeah, it looks like it. Isn't that pretty? Okay, and so I'm going to hit these little turned up leaves with the grade lavender. Just like that. Okay. Oops. This is the inside. I see. Now I see. I couldn't tell before. It's 2 flowers. Okay. I'll just work these 3 colors together. Coming down lightly. I'm just going to slightly give that a little color right under there. Okay. This is the inside. And the little petals are flipping out on the other side. Oh, there's one we missed. I wonder if we just did the edge. like that. Okay, and I think we'll use the lighter color right here because we can't see the top of that little thing. And we'll come in with this right around there and darken the bottom. Just like that. Now I know, let's just go and do a little sunburst yellow on that little thing hanging out. That'll give it a, I don't know what color it is. Okay, so oops. Try to make it a little darker on the outside than normal so that this background flower you can see it clearer. I sure made the little tips. Okay. We'll try to make this really dark right there. And we can make it dark, but not so dark. Coming down. I'm always thinking I'm turning the corner of those pages up. I have taken clips and clipped them down. So try to just make that lighter right there. And come over with this color and see if it doesn't. Kind of make it blend together. Aren't those pretty? Okay, we got the inside, so that's probably make it a little darker. Right there. And we're going to take our lightest color and just blend those. And these blend so beautifully. Beautiful colors that work together. Okay, so now we need to find our green. And, oops, we forgot the end of this little flower. And the spring green, yep. I like that. It is spring. And what is this one? That's light, so I need one a little bit darker. Kelly green. All right. I'm going to take this one. This is my lightest color. Fill all of this in. Okay. Then I'm going to take the Kelly green. And I'm just going to highlight a little bit. Just a little bit. On one side. Just to give it a little teeny bit of a shade of another color. Just like that. Doesn't that look pretty? Okay. So now I'm going to take some of our oranges and put all those up there. And let's work on at least one of these today. And I'm not going to do anything drastic. This is my Spanish orange. And I'm just going to come in and we're just going to see what this does underneath it. It's coloring okay over the top of it. Just like my colors, I'm not trying to hit all of it. But you can see the different colors that it's leaving in the petals. And this one is what? This is Sunburst. Do it right around the top. This is where the dots are. So I'm looking for maybe, this is orange. Just a little bit at the bottom, I think. I don't know. I might be messing it up. It might be making it okay. I don't know. Let's see. Just let the colors kind of blend together. I'm going to take the Sunburst. I'm going to go over this orange. Just kind of let it smooth it out. I'm trying not to get too much in the center. Very lightly. This is more yellow than the orange, so let's see. Well, it's definitely pretty. Just gonna get the very tips of this thing really orange. Kind of like that. And we could do this here. That makes it pretty, huh? I don't know why you guys don't answer me. No, I don't like it. Why did you do that? It's right here at the top. Okay. And I'm thinking these things in the center are kind of a yellow color, aren't they? All right. And I'm going to take the lime green. Fill all these little stems in. Like that. Where the page next to it's going to be a lot of work that looks like it's going to be pretty. Okay. Let's do one more. I saw something else today. You do with your pasta pen and then you go over it. And no matter what you do with it, it looks like there's lace underneath it. It's so cool. I'll look for something we can do with that. It was a lady from England who was doing a hot air balloon in, gosh, which book? Must have been Joanna's World of Wonders, I'll bet you. Because I think it had something tied to it. I can't remember. A boat. Whoops. She's doing it on Facebook. I can, if anybody's interested, I'll find the link and I'll put it in the in the memos, and I will work on that one next. Maybe we'll do it along with her. It's really pretty. Okay, then what we use? We used, I think this one. The Spanish orange in between the two. It does really change whatever you put in the base. It helps change your colors and even the look. But those are just fun to use. When I first got them, I'm like, I don't think I like these. I no wonder nobody likes them. But I didn't give them a fair chance either. And then I had a whole mess of them myself. Okay. And I do think I'll come back in and make my little dots brighter. This is the last flower we're going to do tonight. I remember one time I was walking through, they had some of these different flowers marked down, and I was walking through the grocery store smelling them. I didn't realize that I was getting that pollen all over my face until I got home. Nobody said a word. I just embarrassed myself without anybody being around. This is going to be very pretty, isn't it, guys? Okay. So, this is what we've got done so far today. And we'll work on the rest of these flowers tomorrow. And I will upload them tomorrow. So I hope you enjoyed it. I did. And we'll work on the bubbles tomorrow too to make them pop a little more. See what we're going to do, if we're going to do anything on the background or what we're going to do. But if nobody's told you today they love you, let me be the first one. I tell you, I love you. And I really appreciate you watching my videos. And I thank each and every person that has subscribed and staying with me and literally watching the videos. It makes me so happy. So you have a wonderful evening, and I'll get this uploaded. Maybe if I can get it shut off.